Our national anthem, the Celtics and the Hawks, just about set to go here in Atlanta. Coming into the game, these two clubs against each other. The Celtics have beaten the Hawks once here in Atlanta, and that was earlier in the season, a game that we had for you in Channel 4. And then they were beaten here another time. There's our officials tonight. Jim Capers is on your right and Jake O'Donnell on your left. The Celtics and Hawks coming in, I see now the Celtics have won 4 and lost 1 of the previous 5 meetings coming into the ball game. Here's a team that has given the Celtics a very difficult time all season long, every time they've played.
Well, they do because they try to control action. You know, we've said this about a lot of the teams coming in. They don't feel they can run with the Celtics, so they attempt to slow it down, try to break it down into a half-court game, and, of course, shorten the game itself. So all of that sounds fine in theory, but the bottom line still is if the Celtics come to play, they can beat just about any team under any conditions. You know, they can play the slow-down game and do it, I think, more effectively than most teams. They collapse inside, which this Atlanta team will do to try to take the inside game away, and they can go outside and hit. They'll double up inside or double on Bird. The Celtics move so well without the ball and find that free man. If they take this apart, it's pretty much how do you play Jabbar? You know, where do you double team from everywhere? In other words, keep changing up to try hopefully to keep them off balance a bit. And this is what teams try to do with the Celtics. They try different strategies.
A look at Bill Fitch and the rest of the Celtics as the starting 5 has been introduced, and we'll have Gerald Henderson and M.L. Carr in the backcourt. You heard Carr getting a Bronx cheer from the folks here in Atlanta. Robert Parrish at center, and the forward Cedric Maxwell for the Celtics, along with Kevin McHale, the starting 5 that has been going now for better than a month, as a matter of fact, with Larry Bird, of course, the 6th man coming off the bench. Bob, your thoughts on Larry Bird coming off the bench? He's such a force to begin with, but he's still getting just about as many minutes as he always did.
I think that's the key, Joe.
And what a threat it's got to be to another ball club to know that they've got this guy sitting there ready to pop in at any minute and start to hit points.
Yeah, you're right, but I think it's overdone. You know, the whole point is academic. If it doesn't make any difference to Larry Bird whether he starts or not, then as long as he's in there in the key spots, and obviously he will be, and gets his 38 or 40 minutes, whatever it is, then, you know, whether you're starting the game and coming in, some players have a hang-up over this, and they don't function as well. Kevin Lockley, the coach who we'll be talking to at halftime, by the way. Kevin's done a nice job there as the starting lineup. Roundfield, Tree Rollins. Since those two kids got back in the lineup about 24 games ago, put the blanket on him early. I think we've said this in early Atlanta games. If he gets the hot hand going, then he becomes very difficult to guard as the game
goes. He runs into a pick, and the jumper's good. So we're tied at 2.
That's unusual for someone who lasted that long, and that's the kid who's really hurt Atlanta, McHale.
Yes.
He's letting him guard him.
All right, the Celtics are 2 for 2 from the floor. Eddie Johnson driving to the hoop, picks up the pair. We're tied at 4.
To send a double over.
Henderson to Robert Parrish, and the Celtics are 3 for 3 from the floor. Thursday from New York, Friday, the Celtics against the New Jersey Nets. Roundfield on the drive, and Rollins loses the ball. The Celtics will bring it back. Henderson, now the Parrish pick. Henderson, the Celtics have hit all 4 shots they've taken.
For the defense to force him into the decision of whether to shoot or pass.
Johnson from downtown.
Johnson's been on a tear lately.
Max hasn't taken a shot yet. He does now. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. That's Johnson. And now Roundfield, one of the best players in the game. Drew, pretty good move. Couldn't finish it off. Roundfield back into Drew again.
Last couple of minutes trying to draw the foul. It backfires many times on him.
Celtics have hit their first 6 shots. We've played just 4.5 minutes.
Gil, just about every time. They want to shorten that game if they can. That's the kid that operates extremely well inside for them. Perhaps the only man they have, really. That's part of the difficulty with this team. They play a controlled break, so they're not getting that many fast break baskets. And they also, percentage-wise.
ML, nice feed to McHale for 2. Oh, that was a dandy.
Hit you with that every now and then, not consistently, just to keep you off balance.
Rollins.
That's good job.
We had a Celtics 14, Atlanta Hawks 12. with 4 points along with Henderson for the Celtics. Tree Rollins makes it a 3-point play. The foul was on Parrish. 45 to go in the first quarter. A blocked shot. Henderson picks it back up. Blocked again by Rollins. Jarrow looking for Max Lowe. Jump hook, 2.
Kevin may have to do something about that match behind, and Max is just wiping him out, taking it to the basket. Oh, look at that power move. Tough.
Ball slapped away by Johnson. Sparrow and Johnson in the break. Johnson is on the lead. That's the first Atlanta lead of the game at 17 to 16.
Got to be careful. They'll hit you with that pep every now and then. Catch you by surprise.
McHale has hit all of his shots. Rory Sparrow is 6'2". Eddie Johnson off the glass.
That's a good job, again, by Johnson. 8 more work on Johnson without the ball rather than when he gets it, because he's tough when he gets it. Henderson answers.
Nice runner by Gerald Henderson. The Celtics take the lead back at 20 to 19. Sparrow and now Drew to the hoop. Tip in by Rollins.
Yep. Robert had to go over and help. That opened up the lane for Robert.
ML takes the jumper. Look at the Celtics are smoking. They've only missed 2 shots.
D, too. They're not having any giveaways. They're earning it.
Oh, the rejection by Parrish.
Just left his hands. Watch this. Good fake by Rollins. Oh, it hit the backcourt. Half court or 3/4 court. So they keep alternating.
Sparrow on the fast break. He's got Johnson ahead of the field, but he takes the shot himself. And it's 25-22. Atlanta by 3. Larry Bird's coming in with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
That's very unique.
They're averaging 100 points per game, and they're giving up 100 points per game. Nice running move by Eddie Johnson. And Atlanta builds up the biggest lead of the game at 27-22.
Good job on Drew, who normally leads this team, but Johnson is going wild.
Carr forcing the shot, missing it. And a blocking foul is called on ML Carr.
Away, but it appeared Ralphio had his eye on ML all the way.
All right, Kevin McHale looking for the shot and getting the shot. Kevin has hit 3 facing up to the hoop so far in this one. Mack around in pretty good shape. Nice movement of the ball to Bird, and he is fouled by Eddie Johnson. That is the 15th foul in Atlanta.
And they go into their little weave, so they bring Bird around.
Larry, as you saw up on the screen a moment ago, an 86% free throw shooter, hits the second one. Oh, it's 28-25. Atlanta up by 3. Seconds left in the quarter. Roundfield at the other end really hammers one in. The Hawks are leading. McHale back to ML on the cut. The loose ball. Parrish, no. Rebound, no. Loose ball, foul.
Oh, yes. I don't know if that was ever explained properly to Jim Capers, but I don't think there's any question that that's what occurred that night. Some nasty fan back there with kind of a dirty mouth had screamed a name of Capers. And
down to 5 seconds now. And the jump shot is hit by Sparrow. And that will be the end of the first quarter with Atlanta up by 5 points. All right, you see Archibald is in replacing Carr. Larry Bird to the hoop, no. Robert Parrish, the board, is fouled. Is he ever by Dan Roundfield for Atlanta. Robert Parrish making the front end of the free throws. Got them both. The Celtics are within 3 at 32-29. 2:29, 10.5 minutes to go. Second quarter. Bird over McMillan. Smoking start on the boards. Archibald off to Parrish. Woo! Mercy me.
Great respect for his penetrating ability. He puts it down. Knows that Robert's in that trailer position. So on the plate for him to take.
Beautiful move to the basket by Roundfield to put Atlanta back ahead. 3, 9-10. Larry Bird puts the Celtics ahead by a point. Just under 9 minutes. Roundfield, no. The rebound. Roundfield. Stolen away.
Got it. Watch it. Half a step ahead on the D, so he forces a off-balance shot by Roundfield, but Robert reaches for it. Doesn't quite get the handle on it. Bird heating it up.
Bird floats another one through, and it's 37-36. The Parrish bumped into each other. Now Bird baseline. Another rebound for Parrish, and he is fouled by Roundfield. And third-year players into the ball game, along with Rudy Macklin, the rookie from LSU.
Okay, an opportunity here, obviously, for the Celtics to do some damage because McMillan won't keep doing that. They really don't have a shooter in there.
Great lead pass to Robert Parrish.
Good job.
Ooh, almost dragged the pivot foot. Pelham.
Well, we got a lot of non-shooters putting it in there all the time. They're not shooters. What are they doing?
Bird does not hit the shot. McHale does great work off the offensive boards. Robert Parrish, another rebound, and he is fouled. Celtics are leading by a point. Make it 2. That's 11 points now, 9 rebounds. Left-hand shooter.
Macklin's going to be a player eventually. He's been a little inconsistent this year. Maxwell on the breakaway.
Shot won't roll for him, but a good job by the Celtics.
Parrish with 11, McHale with 8, and Bird with 7, 6 this quarter. And Roundfield with 11, and Johnson 10, Rollins 7 is leading Atlanta.
He's played all the way so far. Glenn getting by Ainge and not being able to squeeze it off. Roby in a battle for the rebound, and Rick wins the battle. 5:35 left in the half, and nice move by Farrell. Beautiful.
I'll tell you, just showed us there.
That was averaging 10.5 a game. Archibald, nice baseline move. And more than the Hawks here in the second quarter. 4:10 left. Celtics up by 2. Tiny gets the open shot. Does not hit it. Maxwell, good job off the offensive boards, and he's fouled by Rudy Macklin.
They're taking away their own fast-breaking opportunities, and they don't shoot that well in the half-court game. It makes sense, but unless the Celtics simply have an off night.
Roundfield hits the shot. 2-point lead for the Celtics. Bird on the turnaround, a little high. Roby with a tip in. No, Maxwell, the tip in yet.
Work now here in the second quarter, and have created a number of opportunities for themselves off the offensive board.
Second personal foul, and the third on the Celtics as a team. Roby takes it to the hoop, squeezes it off. No. Bird, the loose ball. Fouled by Rollins. Now they're 19 for 40, which means they only hit 8 of their last 25 shots. Slowing down considerably. Bird gets the 2 free throws, and it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
The pressure. Oof! Good job by Rollins, and then of course Roundfield finishing it off. But he opened up the game at 1, and I don't know that he shot since. So Glenn leans in.
That puts the Hawks ahead by 1. 53-52, a minute and 50 to go in the half.
We've got court camped in there.
Celtics with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Archibald, Bird, and they lose the ball. Glenn ahead to Drew, lays it in.
Previous games against the Celtics. If they keep this up, they won't be last in 2 mouth tanks much longer.
Robert Parrish over Rollins, no. Maxwell the rebound, no, and a loose ball foul on Maxwell.
Coincidence.
Dan Roundfield hitting the front end. He's got 19 points. Big night for Roundfield. One more shot for him, all-star forward. Gets them both. Atlanta's back up by 5. That's the lead they had at the half. Now Larry Bird, 3-point shot is good. Larry Bird. So it is Atlanta ahead by just 2 points at halftime. The Celtics in the second quarter scored 28 points, and Atlanta had 25. So Boston outscored them by 3 in the second quarter after being down by 5. The team statistics at halftime, Gil Santos and Bob Cousy here in Atlanta. The Celtics are shooting 46.5% from the floor, as you see. Atlanta shooting well above its normal. They're normally a 47% shooting team from the floor during the regular season. But in this game, they're shooting 53% in the first half. Celtics 14 out of 16 at the foul line. Atlanta 7 of 8. The rebounds, the Celtics with a 6-point advantage, 26-20. Very few turnovers in the first half. Only 7 for the Celtics and 5 for Atlanta. Leading rebounders, by the way, Robert Parrish has 10 rebounds for the Celtics. Dan Roundfield has had a great all-around first half for Atlanta. 11 rebounds to go with his 20 points. And really, Roundfield has been the big thorn in the Celtics' side. Other than that, they've pretty well contained the rest of the Atlanta attack. John Drew with only 4 points. Matter of fact, he's only taken 6 shots. And normally, Robert, John Drew has taken 6 shots in the first 3 minutes of play. He's got a sore arm.
Not to worry. He will make it up in the third and fourth quarters all the time. I bet he hits his average shots, that is. I hope not his average points, but Now, John will get his, as they say. I'll tell you, the shooting status, you've probably touched on it, but they've kind of reversed themselves.
Yes, they have.
Some fans, we've got a few.
Oh, a lot of them.
Usual.
That is Rory Sparrow on him. And he goes right around him, and that has got to be 2, yes. Goaltending call on round fielders. Henderson
on the end of the foul line extended gives the guards a quick shot at a breakaway. Roundfield.
Well, Roundfield shows no signs of cooling off. He's got 22 points right now.
Celtics immediately try to exploit that Drew Maxwell matchup.
Oh, McHale blocking foul as he was spilled hard, but he's all right.
I got to think that'll work against them. They'll give up more than what they're taking away, really.
Guarding him. And now Sparrow goes around Henderson, as Gerald did earlier as he went back to the weak side for 2.
He liked them, brought him over. We said 4th round draft choice. McHale, see, in order, again, now, try to keep the ball from going into Max out. In other words, don't make it an 18-footer. Establish your position low, so when they fall off, you'll have an easier shot.
Now Henderson fell down. It's a 2-point lead again for Atlanta. Henderson coming the other way, missing the shot. And Dan Roundfield the rebound. He's having a great game. He's leading the fast break. And he puts it in. Great end-to-end play by Dan Roundfield.
Yes, sir.
Did everything you had to do.
No, fine job.
Third quarter, the Atlanta Hawks are up by 4 points right now. It is the Hawks 65 and the Celtics 61.
And they're healthy, and evidently Kevin's giving them a lot more rain as far as the fast break is concerned, and it's affecting their shooting percentage.
One more shot. Celtics down 65-61, 9.5 minutes to go, and he gets the second one. 9.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And it hit him and caught him by surprise, forced him to walk.
Maxwell, 65-64, the Celtics now within a point. Oh, they've been hit with injuries lately. They've lost Quinn Buckner and Bridgman. Nice move to the hoop. Smooth by Eddie Johnson.
The defense fell off, and he went for the better one and got it. Max answers on the other end with a nice move.
Second basket in the row for Cedric Maxwell, and we've got a 67-66 game with Atlanta by 1. Henderson moving around the McHale pick and buries it on the baseline. That's his shot.
He still forced the shot despite the fact that the double team. Johnson takes it in and picks up a foul on Bird.
Larry very upset, as you can see. That's 4 on Larry Bird.
And it's 14 fouls as a team, and we've just seen him miss 5 in a row.
They've missed 5 straight. Now they break the streak. Oh, the game is tied at 68 apiece. 6:40 to go in the third quarter, tied up at 68. Parrish takes Rollins to the hoop and gets the good bounce.
And then it takes them too long to get into their offense.
The missed shot by Henderson, and Roundfield with a rebound, but Gerald Henderson goes to the floor for the ball.
Good on the dribble, and that's dangerous for a big man. Celtics made him pay the price.
Parrish gets it back outside. Now Larry Bird, 20-footer.
Oh, wow.
He floats it home. Boston, 72, and Atlanta, 68.
Lucky you lips at me all the time.
Don't worry, I won't. Roundfield squeezing it off. Great job by Dan Roundfield to get 2. Oh, it's a 2-point ball game again. Atlanta had Rollins back on defense. Bird to the hole. Look at this. It won't go. Foul.
There it is. Well, here's the Bird move. Taking it in. He gets a good contact from Rollins, so you notice how he turns his body to protect.
In the third quarter, the Celtics are up by 3, make it 4. 74-70 Celtics.
Oh, play on Drew. Keeps the ball away from him.
Drew getting the rebound. He lays it in. The basket counts, and he's fouled by Robert Parrish. That is the 3rd on Parrish.
That's constant pressure, but normally he jumps in blind. For a man 6'6", he made a good play out of it.
It's only the 2nd foul on Parrish. ML missing the shot. He tipped his own shot in.
Fine job by ML. Stayed right with it. He's starting to work in the Celtics' favor. See, the Celtics can double team and leave a man free. Breakaway. Glenn didn't quite have the speed, even though he had a couple of step lead on Tiny. You notice, and leave a guard or a forward free if they're going to take the outside shot, because that's what the Celtics are trying to force them to do. They want to try to make a good transition, take away the fast break layup, or it to be an outside shot.
Maxwell sliding through. No, Robert Parrish is there. Whoa. Parrish is to a 4-point lead, 79-75. It's been a tight game all night. The biggest lead for either team has been 5 points. Foul call on NL Carr. That'll
good offensive game out of it, too.
Kevin, short with a shot. Parrish steals it away, misses the shot, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on Atlanta on John Drew.
Sometimes you do too much pushing.
Maxwell with 15 points, hitting the front end of his 1 plus the penalty. Max gets it. They go to Drew, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Maxwell. That's 3 on Cedric.
Drew takes it to the basket. Where has to bring it in.
When he gets going, however, he can really fill it up.
Yeah. He sure can. Fine shooter.
John Drew gets both free throws.
Fourth round there, George. He was a second, and I'll tell you, he's turned into a pretty good second.
Air ball by Parrish. Fast break Atlanta. Johnson gets 2. And the Hawks quickly come back to within a point of the Celtics.
As well as anyone in the league. Notice how he finds the seam between Archibald and Maxwell.
Goaltending call as NL Carr went up with a running hook shot. A goaltending call and a foul call as well. Did a good job, I thought, in the playoffs last year with Dick Stockton.
Well, we asked him at halftime if he wanted to go back to broadcasting. He said he loved it, but still wanted to be in the trenches. On Johnson, rather. He finds the free man that time.
Robert Parrish is called for the foul as Tree Rollins tried to go for the stuff.
Be a big Jim.
Yeah, I saw you play when I was just a little guy.
Wise guy.
Down in New Bedford a long time ago. I think I was in grammar school.
Come over here. Pucker up.
In the third quarter. Robert from downtown. Parrish now has 18 points to go with his 15 rebounds. Third quarter. Oh, look at this great pass by Archibald, and a foul is called. A goaltending call. I'm sorry, a goaltending call.
Yes, again, Robert taking advantage.
Sure, when he had put him on the glass.
Yeah, semi-injured. Once it's hit the backboard, you can't interfere with it.
Johnson answers to cut the Celtic lead to 4. They had been up to 6, which was their biggest lead. Now with 24 seconds to go on the shot clock now. Archibald looping it to Robert Parrish. Oh, Parrish, great job.
Absolutely.
He scored the last 6 points for the Celtics. So after 3 quarters, it is the Celtics by 6 points. Boston 90 and Atlanta 84. And in northern Connecticut, watching the game on WWLP TV channel 22 in Springfield. There's a young Celtics fan. There we go. Bring him to the game young. Even though you live in Georgia, she'll be a Celtics fan.
Shooting team from the field, so it's starting to catch up a bit.
And a foul is called here on Parrish. And that'll be number 3 on Robert Parrish. We'll have Atlanta in the ball game at this point. We have Mike Glenn and Eddie Johnson at the guards. McMillan in the mean at Cedric Maxwell. Nice move to the hoop, and 2. Good job by Maxwell. Playing on Maxwell, and that's a mismatch. McHale on the turnaround from the baseline. A sweet shot, and it is 94-85. The Celtics by 9. Eddie Johnson. Great job by Joe Henderson. What a super job ahead to Archibald. Does not get the shot. And a foul will be called. From the standing O. Yeah. I'd say that's got to be a little depressing. Eddie Johnson. Nice dish off the round field. Basket count. Foul is called. Good job, Kevin McHale.
Interior support. But when a team knows that,
95-88. McMillan getting it into John Drew. Drew, nice move to get free by Johnson, or by Sparrow rather, for 2. The world champion Celtics 95, the Hawks 90. Standings with 10 games to go in the regular season. The Celtics a 6-game lead. Essentially, if they win 5 of their last 10 regular season games, the Celtics will clinch the division championship. And you see the battle for the playoffs. Now there's Atlanta with 36 defeats, but they're in the battle with Washington, New Jersey, Detroit. All right, it's a 5-point Celtic lead. They were ahead by 10 about a minute ago, but the Hawks have come back, and Bird on the steal.
And The reason why Bill Fick spends so much time with scouting reports and videotape and...
Both clubs now have 3 with 9 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Larry Bird hits both free throws, and the Celtics are back up by 7. And Roundfield and Drew for Atlanta. And Parrish for the Celtics. Roundfield takes it to the hole, misses the shot. Parrish, great play by Bird to keep the ball in play. Just showing you the explanation of the word.
Get tired, of course. This doesn't help their shooting percentage generally.
Rollins is back in for Atlanta. McMillan is out. Roundfield finally got the shot away, but the foul will be called on Gerald Henderson. One more shot for Dan Roundfield. Makes them both. All right, it's 99-92 Boston. At the corner of the backboard with it. Rollins coming down. Now Drew gets a pair.
Well, and he also took a pair of little steps, I think,
to play. Sparrow dishing off to Rollins. Rollins,
another
took several steps.
What appears to be a walk.
The Atlanta Hawks are back in it. At 6:23 left to play in the basketball game. The Celtics lead is down to 3. 99 Tuesday here at the Omni in Atlanta. They're the people who are in a little bit of foul trouble. Henderson,
their players to dribble it or over dribble it, and this helps Atlanta. Bird answers what we were just going to talk about. You know,
with 10-point lead, but Atlanta quickly back into it. Been a struggle against this team all year practically. Drew, nice job by Archibald. And,
well, that's what we're talking about now. He just 2 hoops the last couple of times down, and now Drew just wipes out Taney, and they call a foul on Taney. Got to protect those little guys.
Yes. And those big 660s. Downfield to Drew. Charging by.
Well, that's the same call. Now, you know, I don't blame the fans for being upset, because they just saw him go the other way with that call a moment ago.
Yeah.
You know, he deserves a foul. Watch. He just digs his shoulder in and, you know, jumps into the man.
They go to Larry Bird on the baseline. Misses the shot. Maxwell, good job on the offensive board.
Oh, boy.
And he got whacked in the head by a Roundfield elbow.
The foul, that's not the basket and the foul.
The foul was on Roundfield, but the elbow came from Rollins. All right, the second free throw is good for Maxwell. It's 102-97, Celtics by 5. Roundfield, a pass to the hoop. Good job by McHale. Excellent job by Roundfield as he came up over to get the dip in. They go to Maxwell, who's got Drew on him. Loose ball. It is out of bounds. It's Atlanta ball.
Close game.
All right, this is Sparrow. The steal by Bird, the re-steal by Roundfield. Misses the shot. Bird the rebound.
Good job.
Celtics are 3-on-1 right now, folks. Max on the cut. Beautiful.
He created a 3-on-1 opportunity where if he's been a little slow.
Oh, look at that steal by Bird.
Good one.
You know, that talk about it. Larry Bird misses the shot. McHale, the offensive board, gets the shot up, and he hits it. He had, I tell you, that was a tough shot because he had Rollins on his shoulder at the time.
Takes the outside shot. Again, as we've told you, Kevin McHale has just killed Atlanta in the latter stages of a game. All play more of a role as the game progresses and the opposing big men start to tire a bit.
And the Celtics came on to take the lead. Well, I'd say about 4 minutes into the third quarter. They've led ever since. There you go. 3 people over 20 for the Celtics. Bird and Parrish with 22 each. Maxwell with 21. Roundfield 32 and Eddie Johnson with 8. And a foul on Cedric Maxwell for blocking out on Drew.
That's your intent, why it'll work against your shooting. But John's done it very well, I have to admit, for years.
Bullet to M.L. Carr, dish off to Maxwell, and a foul called in Atlanta. 5-point Boston lead right now with 2:16 to go. A 6-point Boston lead. 107-101. Up there, Drew does not get the shot. Rollins high in the air to tip it in. Bird, no good. Atlanta trying to move to within 2. They do. John Drew brings the Hawks to within 2 points. 107-105 with a minute and a half to play. They haven't hit too many shots. McHale turnaround does not go. Bird The rebound blocked, but a foul on Rollins. Good job on the offensive boards by Larry Bird. Back for one more shot. Misses them both. Well, and Atlanta calls a timeout with 1:12 to go in the game. And Maxwell. They go to John Drew, takes the baseline route. Ties it up.
That's a good move. That's a fine move by Drew for his 18th point. Play, Max was there, but guy made the shot. Good work.
Outstanding one-on-one move by John Drew to tie the game at 107 apiece. With 52 seconds left to play, the Celtics, with 20 seconds on the shot clock, have just taken a timeout. Bill Fitch giving instructions right now, as Atlanta has come back from what was a 10-point deficit at 95-85 and 99-89 to tie this thing at 107. All right, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds in the game. Bird gets the shot away, no basket. He was fouled.
For the foul.
3-second call against the Celtics. They lose the ball, so Atlanta's got it with 30 seconds. And now you're looking at John Drew. Back outside to Roundfield. Blocked by Parrish. Great defensive job by Maxwell as he got right in front of Dan Roundfield. Good Archibald. They go to Larry Bird. Gets the fake and is fouled.
And that'll foul Roundfield out, I believe. I think that last offensive foul he had picked up was his 5th, if I'm not mistaken. No, I guess that's only 5 for Dan.
Yeah.
Here it is. Roundfield has been doing a respectable job on Bird all night long, frankly, but he goes for that fake and home.
108-107, the Celtics by a point. 8 seconds left. 109-107, Larry Bird cans both free throws. So, with 8 seconds to go, Atlanta will have the basketball, and the Celtics have a 2-point lead on Larry's 2 free throws.
Clay Johnson.
And a whistle. And a foul. On Gerald Henderson.
Go shooter, 77% from the field.
So Henderson is fouled out. And now for the Celtics changes. Henderson is out. And
shooter down, as they say. They might call a foul. Okay. They didn't have to ice him down.
Nope.
He iced himself down.
He pulled the string.
Well, that's, who he tries to go to. If you think this is easy to miss, yeah, he misses intentionally.
And McHale gets the rebound. He does to McHale. Shot is no good, but he was fouled anyway. McHale will go to the line to shoot a couple of shots. Wayne Rollins, as he got the shot away, so he'll have 2 shots. And the first one makes it 110-107. And one more shot for Kevin McHale. He misses the second one. The Celtics win it by 3. A tough one here in Atlanta at the Omni tonight before a sellout crowd. And the Celtics have won 2 in a row now and 20 of their last 21 games. And since February 1st, the Celtics have lost only 5 games. They have won 20 of their last 21. Tonight winning it 110-107 in a real battle with the Atlanta Hawks. In the final quarter, the Celtics scored 20 points. They led by 6 at the end of 3 quarters, 90-84. They scored only 20 points in the 4th quarter, while Atlanta in the 4th quarter scored 23 points. Tonight, Bob and I have chosen Kevin McHale as the Celtic most valuable player, Celtic player of the game. Outstanding performance for McHale tonight. He had 18 points in the ball game. He had 10 rebounds. And he really was the difference. Parrish had a great game. Bird had a great game. A lot of people had great games, but Bob and I both felt that McHale was the difference. Now let's see if